Hi everybody, it's Lynette. I just tried to make a video on YouTube and for some reason it just does not want to cooperate. I did the whole stupid video and then when I hit upload it just went away. I don't know what happened to it. So anyway, here I am again. Believe it or not, I am 2 weeks post-op. 2 weeks and 2 days. Still can't believe it. It's been a very eventful week. I'm finally feeling a lot better. I have my days, but most of the time it is my fault when I feel bad. On July the 8th, I was 373.5 pounds. On July 23rd, which was my 1 week post-op, I was 352.7, and for the last 4 days I have been 347.9. I am happy about that. I mean, it's a loss. I feel like it should be more. Probably because of what I seen everybody else do, in the weeks after. But I do also know that a lot of it is because I have not been able to get the protein in that I'm supposed to. For me, this is week 3, so this week I can eat thin oatmeal, cottage cheese, string cheese, mashed potatoes, eggs, and peanut butter, along with all the other milk, yogurt, fat-free pudding, soup, sugar-free applesauce, sugar-free fudgesicles, and then of course the broth and all that kind of stuff. So my problem all along really has been the protein. The first week or so, it seemed like no matter what I ate, or everything would just sit in the pouch, and it was very, very uncomfortable. I have always been a guzzler when it comes to drinking water or any kind of liquid. I stopped drinking soda almost 2 years ago when I a year ago? No, 2 years ago, when I very first went this last time around to see about surgery. I stopped drinking soda, or stopped drinking soda, because that was my big crutch. But I went from soda to iced tea, and I was drinking sweet tea, and then I got toward the end, like I didn't make tea at home. I would go up to the gas station and get like a 32-ounce tea, but I would take almost all of it unsweetened, and then the lip at the top, maybe about an inch, would be their sweet tea, and it was perfect, because their sweet tea up there was like just dumping a 5-pound bag of sugar down your throat. It was so sweet. And at the moment I can't, I'm not gonna eat anything with real sugar in it anyway, but anything that's unsweetened, like the unsweetened Jello after I had surgery, tasted like pure sugar. I was so glad to quit eating that crap. My other problem, of course, is every morning I take 12, every day I take 16 pills a day. And I would get up in the morning and I would just take a handful of 12 of the pills that I have, and in two drinks of water, I would have them all down. Well, stupid me, when I got to the point where I didn't have to crush them, or some of the pills were small enough that I didn't have to crush them anyway, but I would try to take like 3 or 4 of these pills at a time, and it would just sit and get stuck, which was horrible. I get that same feeling when I drink the liquid protein. I bought I don't know what it is. The doctor told me that the protein will sit really heavy in your pouch anyway. And here again, my problem is that I want to, if I need to drink it, I want to drink it and get it done. I don't like having to go to the refrigerator and taking a drink and then putting it back in there and then come back later and drink some more. It just takes all day and I can't stand it. But I'm learning. I have learned the hard way, because that stuff gets stuck or feels so heavy. Oh, it's horrible. That is a horrible, horrible feeling. When I went to the doctor and I told him about some of that stuff, he says, "You have to sip." I said, "Yes, I know, but you know, old habits die hard." But I love my surgeon. He's really a great guy. And it's funny, I get a kick out of how much my taste buds changed since surgery. Before I had surgery, and it took me a long time to find a protein that I liked. Probably should have stayed with some kind of something that didn't have any flavor to it, but those are more expensive anyway, and even though my last name is Cash, I'm definitely not rich. I married the wrong one. So before surgery, my favorite protein was the Pure Protein Frosty Chocolate. And I don't know if you tried it, but it did taste really, really good. Now, since I came home from surgery and I mixed that up, I thought I was going to puke. It was horrible. I would try to dilute it down, with water. I did everything I could think of to do with it at the time, but nothing seemed to want to help it. My boys are health nuts, and they usually have protein here at the house, and they had some of the Body Fortress vanilla. It's not the vanilla cream, it's just the vanilla, and it is really, really good. Last week I got to add milk to my daily food that I could eat, so I mixed it with milk. And even though it still sat heavy, what I did, instead of drinking it with 8 ounces of skim milk, I would mix it with 10 ounces so it would be a little thinner. But it doesn't matter. Protein just doesn't want to sit right. So I'm having a really hard time getting that in. And right now we're out of it anyway. The only thing I have is that frosty chocolate, and I just cannot drink that. So tomorrow's payday. I'll be able to go and get some more tomorrow, thank God. I can have, let's see, cottage cheese, string cheese, yogurt, sugar-free, fat-free pudding, thin hot cereals, soups, vegetable juices such as V8, no sugar added applesauce, no sugar added fudgesicles. This week it was thin instant oatmeal, non-fat cheese, string cheese, cottage cheese, low-fat crackers, mashed potatoes, eggs, and peanut butter. So that's what I can add for the next 2 weeks, which I've been doing, but I tend to overdo it when I have something, and it's just the fact that it's there, I guess. I mean, as far as eating, that's the way I've always been. I don't think I ever ate necessarily because I was hungry, or if I did get hungry for something, if there was a lot of it there, I wanted to eat it until it was all gone. Now, that goes along with my guzzling, because now I think last week I made some grits, and I'd never eaten grits before, but these were really, really good, and I ate too much, and it ended up making me really sick. Between that, taking my pills, having too many of my pills taken at a time, and the protein, I mean, those are the things that seem to upset my stomach. But I'm learning. I went out and bought a bunch of little bitty plastic shot glasses, and that's the way I've been drinking my protein, which has worked out pretty good. But every once in a while I just get, drink a little bit too much, and I get that feeling, ugh. But like I said, I'm learning. For all the people out there who say that this is the easy way out, they need to walk a mile in any of our shoes and find out that this is not easy at all. You know, my boys, like I said, my boys are big health nuts, and they haven't always been. They were both overweight too, but within the past 2 or 3 years, they have started, you know, working out and doing, you know, and drinking protein and lifting weights and do all this kind of stuff. And I mean, they've lost a lot of weight, and they're very healthy now. They're very health conscious. My middle son, especially Zach, he's 26 years old. He was the one that was not so happy about me having surgery anyway. I tried to explain to him over and over again why. Murray, be quiet. Sorry about that. Hey! Shush up. Must be somebody outside walking a dog. So anyway, Zach is 26 years old, and I guess part of him feels like since he was able to do this without doing anything drastic, he thinks that anybody should be able to. And I've tried to tell him that you know, I've been there, done that. I've been to the gym. I've done all that kind of stuff. But I've always been overweight. I've always been a big girl. Even when I was a kid, when I was 12 years old, I weighed 144 pounds. When I was 13, I weighed 160. When I graduated from high school, I weighed 180. You know, and but even for 180, I actually carried my weight pretty well. I've always had hips yay wide, but you know, back then I had a small waist, which I definitely don't have now. And I was a lot smaller. Of course, we were going out dancing and goofing off and having a good time too. Over the years since I've been married, I have 3 children, and I really packed on the weight, besides the fact of being depressed and life at home wasn't that good. I've been married for 31 years. When we were married, after we were married for 18 years, I got tired of all the verbal abuse and everything going on, and I left. And I was gone for 1 year, and I ended up coming back home. I think leaving for that year made a big difference for me. When I came home, when I came back, you know, being gone, I got away from all the verbal abuse. My husband is a skinny old drunk, you might say. And it was just nice to get away from him for that year. It was what I needed. Now I'm back here, and he's working now, thank goodness. And but I don't let anything, he don't really say anything negative anymore, but if he wants to yell or say something stupid, I just let it go in one ear and out the other. And if things get to be too much, then I just get in the car and go over to my mom and dad's, and I stay over there for a couple days. And that's a good thing for me. Now, I'm going to call my surgeon today and talk to them about the protein and let them know what's going on and see what they have to say. I don't go back to see them until the 13th of August. Is it the 13th? It was 3 weeks, yeah. A week from next Tuesday. Then I'll go back, and hopefully by then the scale will be hit, and it, you know, something will start moving down. I'll be glad about that. Yesterday was my maintenance with the oncologist. Every 2 months I have to go in and get one of the drugs, one of the IV drugs through my port. For 2 years I have to do that to, I guess it's supposed to scare the cancer away, I don't know. I don't go back to see him till October 1st, but the week before that I do have I have an appointment to get a CAT scan done so they can see exactly what's going on, or if anything is going on with the cancer, which will be good. It was nice to see the nurses and the doctor yesterday. The nurse, my one nurse, Kelly, which I love dearly, she come up and hugged me as soon as I walked in. She said, "Oh my God, look at you." You know, they can't get over how much my hair has grown. And, you know, she could definitely tell that I've lost weight, I guess. I don't see it so much, but I can feel it. My clothes, my pants, my shirts, everything is big, which is okay because I still have a lot of stuff that it was smaller that I couldn't wear before. Plus, I have 2 boxes of clothes over in the corner that a friend of mine, Christy, who had surgery the day after I did in September last year, she has been giving me all of her clothes and stuff like that. So anyway, here we are at 16 minutes. I had no intentions for this video to be so long. I hope that this finds everybody well. I love you all. Thank you for all your love and support. And thanks to all my new subscribers. How exciting. I've never had so many before. Anyway, y'all take care and God bless you. Love.